What's up, YouTube? The Old Bayside Geocacher, Brian Katona, back with another caching adventure. We've got StickSport Girl and Mrs. BA today. We're going to be doing some caching on our way down and in Assateague Island State Park in Maryland. It's been a while since we've had a caching adventure. StickSport Girl's been busy with school, and this is something that she and I and Mrs. BA like to do together, to have an opportunity to come out and do some caching. Know you're going to enjoy this because Assateague is pretty cool and the caches are pretty cool. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Always consider subscribing down below. You know, Mr. BA is up on Instagram. But before we get to today's video, two things. Number one, the video is brought to you by CK Productions, LLC. And I want to show you the setup that I used. This is my new iPhone 13 Pro. And the VO Prince, my son, got me this vlogging setup. You can see the unidirectional microphone, the handheld and the gimbal, and the phone. And I'll flip it around and you can see what the video looks like. So I've been experimenting with this, with caching. It's not like I have long distances to have to record, and I don't necessarily need that much image stabilization, so I didn't use my Osmo action camera. I wanted to try this. So appreciate if you guys tell me what you think about the video, because I did this a little bit of a different way. And I will be back at the end with a short recap.
Hello everyone, it's been a bit since we've done a geocaching adventure, but we're back today and we're going to do some down in the Assateague, Maryland area. So the first cache that we're doing is called Honoring UH-1 Huey Pilots and Dust Off. This is at the Ocean City Municipal Airport, and it's on this memorial that's behind us. This cache was placed in order to honor the veterans of this area, and the hint is hide a key. It's a micro and we're about 60 feet away, so we'll navigate and come back to when we have found it.
Oh, that makes sense. It's right on the thing in there. Spider.
Yeah. Oh, there's no sound, so I'm not used to it. Alright, so Mr. BA was able to spot it from its stealthy location on the sign, so I'll sign the logbook and we'll be on to the next cache.
Yep, Mr. BA's got a different camera today. That's why we're StickSport Girl didn't hear it.
Alright, so we are at the next cache, which is BYOTP. We're about 60 feet away. It's a micro, and there's not really a whole lot of hints for it, but we're going to navigate and see what we can find. Oh yeah,
there you go.
There it is.
Thanks, guys. We're glad we provided a little entertainment also.
Oh, are you gonna film me?
Yep, we're on, so that's good.
See, I'm not used to it because it doesn't make the beep anymore. All right, so we did find it hidden.
And we had some gentlemen here who were enjoying watching our travails until we actually found it. So on to the next one. She's going to sign the cache.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We are now in Assateague. We are in the Assateague State Park. There's a bunch of sand dunes. They've got a whole setup here. It's pretty nice. What we're looking for, we're going to look for two here in the state park. The first one is Cam Bonus Nature's Outpost. Says you're looking for a traditional cache hidden in the state park. It's a regular sized container, and there's no hints, but we're about 200 feet away, so we're going to navigate closer and hopefully come back when we found it.
Okay.
You had the right idea.
So it took some thought, but we were able to,
as you can see, does that blend in? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So she's going to sign the log. Mrs. BA is the one that came up with the idea there.
No, Mara came up with that idea.
She
and then
pointed
I was
it
like,
out.
how about that?
Okay. All right.
We got it.
Combined
1 for 1 here on Assateague State Park. We'll come back hopefully at the second one. All right, so we are still here in Assateague State Park. We just walked across the parking lot, basically, to get to this next cache, which is called Cam bonus, Assateague Wind and Waves. Again, it's a traditional hide, probably something similar to what we found, what we just found. And it's, well, it says it's traditional, but then it says it's a micro, so, okay.
A traditional micro.
A traditional micro. We're about 40 feet away. There's no hint, but we found the last one, so we'll persevere and hoof it out and find this one.
Yep, and you can see where we are as in relation to the entrance and the park facilities. So I'm just panning around. You can see the entrance road, so you have an idea where we are. All right, I'm going to shut the camera off, and we'll be back when we find
I
it.
was looking on here, and
Oh, geez, it's like
you
literally
know what?
right there.
I was standing right here and didn't see that.
Well, it blends.
Yes.
Is it on? Okay. I don't know. I have to ask every time. All right, so we kind of had to do a little search, but
We
then
walked
we turned
in,
around
we turned around,
it's
and
right there.
All
So
right.
we'll sign the log, and we'll come back at our next
well
cache.
camouflaged.
Alright, so we are now at the Assateague Visitor Center, and we're going to do the Assateague Adventure Lab cache, which is going to take us all around this area and get us some nice views. So we'll come back once we get closer to one of the locations, and then we'll give you a little intro.
Okay.
Alright, so we found the answer. It's in this Caring for the Bay display. And the number of miles that drain into the bays bordering Assateague Island are 175. So that's pretty cool. So we'll go on to our next state. Alright, so our next stop is the Beach to Bay Indian Trail, which is a trail that it appears many Native Americans took to travel and move down the eastern shore of Maryland, which is pretty cool. And the question here is, who is the fourth tribe of the Algonquin Nation? Assateagues, Pocomoks, Manokins, and who else? This is
Including Assateagues, Pocomoks, Manokins,
Aquinticus?
Aquinticus.
Aquinticus.
A-C-Q-U-I-N-T-I-C.
Alrighty. So that's that one. So we're gonna come back when we're at our next stop. Alright, so we are just getting ready to go on the pedestrian bridge that's here at Assateague State Park. But before we get on it, we needed to find out the birthday of Stephen Mather. Mather? I'm not quite sure how to say his name. And it is July 4th, 1867. Oh, well, I thought it was 1867, but maybe it's not.
That's what it says. 1867, July 4th. 1867 to January 22nd, 1930.
So we are here officially on the pedestrian bridge. I believe it's called the
Verrazano.
Bridge.
Just like the one that connects Staten Island to Brooklyn.
Ah,
Same guy.
Same guy. Got it. All right, and the question here is asking about wild ponies, and apparently there are two different herds of wild ponies. The larger herd, which is what we're looking for, is the Virginia herd, which is the Chincoteague ponies, and I don't know what the other one is, but
It's the band, or small band.
no, I don't think it says it.
doesn't really
But the
say
Virginia
it,
herd's the
yeah.
larger one, so that's our answer.
Now you can see it and you can speak to it.
Well, I have to read it.
Go ahead. Video is on, Dane.
So, at one time, Ocean City and Assateague Island were connected. And apparently, in 1933, a hurricane separated Assateague Island from Ocean City. That's why it is separate.
Alright, so we are here at the last stop on this adventure lab. It is the Ratcliffe House, not Radcliffe, two different people. And the question asks, what was Captain Ratcliffe's first name? And his first name was Charles. And his house is right over to the side of me.
Very nice, especially for that time. That's a very big house for when it was built in the 1740s.
Yeah. So that completes the adventure lab. I do not believe there is any bonus cache here, but we do have one more cache to find over here that's separate from this. So let me bring that up. Alright, and this is called Cam 2012 Ratcliffe Plantation Home. This is a regular size container. Thank you. So Charles Ratcliffe split the land here on the bay with his brother, so I guess that's why this is one of the important things. I know there's a lot of bugs here if you can't
Mosquitoes.
tell, because we're right on the water. So what?
No, just say what you need to say.
Okay, well, I'm trying to look. All right, the hint is gray and white. We're 240 feet away. It's a regular size container. We'll come back when we hopefully find it.
Probably enough people there. Yeah, that is it.
That is it. All right, so I found it. It looks like we lost the lid to it, and I don't really know if there's a log or anything, but we'll take a picture of it, say that we found it. And we've had a good day today, so thank you for joining us here in Assateague. Remember to like and subscribe. Right. So we are looking for the Cam Bonus Tunnel to Times Pass cache. It's a small. We're about 30-ish feet away from it, and it's just a traditional hide, probably similar to the other ones that we found. So we'll come back when we have hopefully found it. Just gotta turn around.
That seems to be the thing today.
Yeah, it does. All right, so Mr. BA was able to spot
The
this
hanging
cache
bison tube.
in the big bison tube. So I will take it out, sign the log, and we will be done for the day. Thanks so much for joining us. And again, if you liked what you saw, like our video and please subscribe.
It was a lovely Sunday afternoon. We had a lovely caching adventure, and I personally like the iPhone video. Sometimes the audio can get a bit muffled. I'm going to have to tell StickSport Girl she's got to remember that, one, to speak up, and two, that it's a unidirectional microphone, so she's got to speak into the microphone, not tilt her head down or to the side, because it won't necessarily pick up the audio. But that's part of the reason for trying this, working with it, and learning from it. Hopefully we'll be back with another caching adventure in the not too distant future. And thanks a lot for watching.